Alright, Sheepdogs, welcome to the Sheepdogs Union. Today I'm going to do a simple tabletop EDC video, just show you what I carry. This is actually literally what I carry every day. I'm not uploading for this video. This is my normal loadout. So first things first, my phone is actually recording the video, so you won't see that. Of course, everybody has keys. Mine I always have a bottle opener, never too far from a bottle opener. Next, flashlight. This is a really cheap, brand is Coast. I got it off of Amazon for, it was like $15. It runs on a single AA. It's got a pocket clip so I don't lose it. And it's one-hand adjustable for the focus, and it uses a lens instead of a reflector for the focus. So I really like this this flashlight, even though it's really cheap. Next, knife. I know you're going to say that's not a tactical knife. It's not a tactical knife. This is a utility knife with a replaceable blade. This, again, really cheap, $10 at Lowe's. But the big advantage, since this blade is replaceable, it's always razor sharp. I end up changing the blade out every couple of days, and it is always absolutely razor sharp. And it's basically perfect for everything I use it for. I used to carry a Spyderco, carried that for about 20 years, literally, since I was like 12. And I will get into that a little later, but I don't carry that anymore, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. So after the knife, I have Bic lighter. Everybody should carry a lighter just in case. Never know when you need to start a fire. That's not all that interesting. Super cheap, super little multi-tool. That's the Gerber clutch. I like it. I'd like to have something more capable a lot of the time, but in terms of extra weight, this is nice. I like having this because I carry a lot of other things that weigh a lot. The last and my favorite of the tool items, this is my pocket hammer. This is the interesting story about why I don't carry my Spyderco anymore. Over the years, my Spyderco got dull to the point where the only thing I ever used it for was trying to pound nails and crack open nuts and things like that. And it turned out to be, pretty useless. I wasn't very good at that task. So I initially got this because, I actually made my first version of this because I wanted something that I could use to pound nails, crack nuts, but it could also have a little lanyard on there, and it is usable as a backup weapon. Not ideal. I'm not going to go to war with it, but it is an effective backup weapon, as well as I use this thing every other day to pound in loose nails, to crack open things. I use it. You can use this to break break auto glass. So again, if you're trapped in a car that's sinking, in the water, or you need to get into a car quickly to save somebody, this can break glass. So another good reason to carry it. So that's the last of the tools. So next we're going to get into tactical stuff. So before I get into the obvious part of the tactical stuff, I am going to show you this. This is a TAC-T tourniquet. Very easy, lightweight, very cheap, and from what I hear, pretty effective. I've never had to use it. Hope I don't ever have to use it, but if I'm ever somewhere that somebody needs it, I hope I'm there with it. It's very simple. It's basically just a giant rubber band. You wrap it around, and basically, if you stretch it far enough, you can wrap, 10 or 12 wraps around, and that builds up enough pressure to close off a wound. And last but not least, probably, most expensive, most interesting thing that everybody probably wants to know. I just found something that I missed, but I'll get back to that. This is my EDC weapon. This is a Ruger SP101 Wiley Clap Edition. It is loaded, so careful where I'm pointing it. I love this gun. It's the heaviest snub nose on the market, which is the reason I picked it. 357 Magnum gives me all the power of a full-size 9mm in a pocket gun. So that is why I chose this. I've a bigger video about weapon selection where I get more in detail why I chose a snub nose revolver over other options. But this is the one I carry, and I carry it in this Safariland pocket holster. I cut a little notch out of it so that I can carry it IWB when I go to work out, because the pockets in my workout pants are not big enough, and I can basically just hook this on the waistband, and it's, you know, it's just to and from my car. I don't carry in the gym because it would be against the rules, so I don't carry in the gym. So it's just basically from the house to the car, and so that's, you know, not super secure, but I don't carry it that way very often. Reloads, I carry at least 2 speed strips. Sometimes I used to carry 4 every day, just because the ammo that I bought came in a package of 25. So, this is a Fiocchi. It is loaded with this is a Hornady. It's XTP. So it's Hornady's equivalent of the HST. Generally a well-rated projectile. And I carry a speed strip. I know it's slower, but it gives me the option for top-offs, so I don't have to load all 5 rounds at once, which is what speed loader forces you to do. And it's also a heck of a lot easier to carry. So the last thing, which I forgot to mention before, earplugs. The other day I had my second incident in which I was happy to be carrying a gun. And as it turned out, it was not an emergency. It was a case of there was a deer trapped in the parking lot at work, and it was frantic and running back and forth. There was probably about 150-pound buck, and a potentially dangerous animal, and there was the potential of it hurting itself as it was running back and forth with barbed wire fences. And I realized that there's those times where you might have to put an animal out of its misery or something like that. If you drive out in the country a lot, which I do, there are situations in which you might need to discharge your weapon and it's not an emergency, in which case, you know, I don't want to lose my hearing. You know, I'll sacrifice my hearing to save somebody's life. I'm not going to sacrifice my hearing to put an injured deer out of its misery. But I still want to be able to do that when and if I come across that situation. So this is also good. It doesn't take up any space. It doesn't take up any weight. So it's a good extra little thing to add. So that is it for my EDC. I do occasionally carry a compression bandage as well, or a clotting sponge. I don't remember exactly what it is. It all came together in a package. I've carried that less because the one that I had, the package broke on it, and I'm kind of looking for something that'll be in a more sturdy package, but I haven't found it yet. So with that, keep up the good work, y'all, and remember to always be prepared to be somebody else's miracle. Goodbye.